volume a little bit, Mel. Hey, we're live. We are live. I went through Chrome. I didn't hear the beeps this time.
Oh, okay.
We got the standings here, Mel. Miami, number 1. Chicago, Phillies, number 3. The Knicks are in number 12. To make the top 10, they got to make up 4 games. They got 62 games left, and they're 4 games out. Oh, man. You know, it's so hard being a Knicks fan this year. It's so hard.
Yeah, they're not making it, buddy.
How you doing, Mel? What's going on with you, bud?
Yeah, everything's good. Just sitting back, getting ready for the watch this 76ers and Knicks game right now. I just turned it on a couple minutes ago.
You know, I almost did the Miami Heat Knicks game the other night, and I wanted to do it with you, but I knew the Knicks were going to let me down. I didn't want to get disgusted on a weeknight, you know?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I'll tell you what.
They're not making the playoffs this year, the Knicks.
Well, I don't think so either.
Next year.
I've been saying it all along. The Knicks are fine at forward. They're fine at center. They don't have that dynamic guard, whether it's a point guard, combo guard, a dynamic wing like a Jaylen Brown, Tatum. They don't have that dynamic guard.
No, that whole team's gonna be different. Watch.
Wow. Yo, I'm very interested today. Today we got the Knicks against the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers, this is a huge game. I finally get to see the Beard for 4 quarters in Philly. I haven't seen them in a full game yet. I missed the game the other night. I wasn't watching that Philly for some reason. Did you see the whole game or just the highlights?
I did see a little bit of it. I fell asleep on it, but here's my prediction for today. James Harden, 45 points.
Wow, you sound like fucking Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. said 50.
Oh, did he? No, I say 40 to 45.
Wow. You know what? Hey, you want to hear something pretty interesting? The other night, Harden had like whatever he had, 28, like a great line. Embiid had a 40 piece, I think, but Maxey had 28 points. Maxey really benefited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Maxey had a good first game with Harden.
Yeah, Maxey's a young player too. They're gonna keep Maxey.
I'm so happy they didn't trade him.
Yeah, he's a good young player.
I love Maxey.
Good young players, man. There's just a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of young players.
The game is definitely changing over, man, to these young boys, which is cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm not a hater by no means.
No, I always like to roll with the flow and shit. But you know what I see? The young guys got to get that intensity. They got to get the intensity.
Yeah, there's a couple of them, but it's all right. It's not like where I'm like, all the old guys are gone, I'm done watching it. You know what I'm saying? It's still good enough, man.
Yeah, oh yeah. You know what was bad? The dunk contest.
Yeah, well, they
those young guys. It's the young guys, man.
I understand that it's been around for 70 years, whatever, but let's do something a little different here. This is for the fans, We want, as a fan, I want to see something different.
Yeah.
I'm not the only fan that says that.
Hey, I want to recourse this real quick. I want to talk to you about RJ Barrett this season. I am so farging happy with RJ Barrett. He has developed more this year. If I got to take one bright spot out of the Knicks this year, I think RJ Barrett is going to be a top echelon NBA player for the majority of his career. Not everybody is great right away. Steve Nash was in the league like 6 years before he became an MVP type of player. Like, not everybody, like, I see this kid developing and improving more than anybody.
I agree with that, Nuke. I just disagree a little bit because, like you said, Nash took him 6 years, but when he came into the league with men in there already, big guys already.
Right.
The young kids are coming into the league, and they're playing against the young kids that they used to playing against in college. And
right.
There's not really, many old vets left like that,
So here's my idea. Here's what I'm thinking about. Why don't the Knicks, if they're gonna go young, and RJ Barrett is showing that he might be ending up the focal point. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm waving to some people in the chat room. Here's the thing I'm thinking of. If RJ Barrett becomes the focal point of this team, he dropped like 46 the other night. I'm watching him make threes. I'm watching him do things Ben Simmons never was able to do in his whole career. Now, let's say RJ Barrett becomes the piece. Now, who's the odd man out that you might be able to get somebody for? I still think it's Julius Randle. I think it's Julius Randle. I think Randall could go. First of all, Randall runs the point forward a lot, but he can't handle the ball. He can't do it. It's been an epic fail. They try to make him the point forward. He doesn't have it. So now let's think about this. You got RJ Barrett, you got Mitchell Robinson at center. You got Cam Reddish, who's like 6'8.5", 6'9". He's a big guy. Why not bring the young bloods in? Cam Reddish, see what he could do. Obi Toppin, let Randall go, package it somehow, and get a dynamic guard. Petey Jenks, what's up, baby? I think the Knicks need a dynamic guard, and I think Randall could go. First of all, when he thumbs down the fans, you can't thumbs down the fans at Madison Square Garden, you punk. Doesn't he know that it's New York? You get a smack for that. He doesn't belong in New York anymore. His numbers are way down. Last year, he had a season, a great season. He scored 25 a game. So I was all excited when they played Atlanta and Trae Young. And he played the worst series I've ever seen in my life. Julius Randle went to pieces against Atlanta, and he has not been the same. He's been playing exactly like he played against the Hawks all year. He's got to go. He overachieved. He's got to go.
Yeah, he's got to go. But that team will be a little bit different. I think they're gonna let a little couple of the young guys. You might not see Obi Toppin. One thing they're gonna pack that up.
You think Obi is better to build with the Knicks or making a package because he's got a big name right now? It's really popular to say Obi Toppin, he should be getting burned. What do you think?
He's really not that good, Obi Toppin.
Really? Yeah.
So he jumps a little bit. He ain't got no jumper.
Hey, who does he remind you of in the way he bounds? Like, I call it bounding. Who does he remind you of? A former Knick too. His body language, the way he jumps and leaps, and his whole body language. Who does he look like?
Kenny Smith?
Yes, a little bit. Kenny Walker, you mean? Kenny Skywalker. Yeah, a little bit like Kenny Skywalker, and a little bit of old Amari. Remember when Amari used to just bound and jump?
Yeah.
He looks a little like Amari, but not the good part. Well, you know what? When was Amari at his greatest? This is why we're going to get into Knicks talk. When did Amari Stoudemire tear the NBA up? When he had a fantastic what? I'm gonna throw you a lob right here. What was his best years in his life?
Phoenix years.
Yeah, and who was the point guard?
Steve Nash.
Now, Obi Toppin, he doesn't even fucking have a point guard. I'm telling you, Mel, if we get one dynamic guard, we got the bigs.
Yeah, in that aspect, athletically, yeah. But offensive game-wise, nah.
Bridget.
He ain't got the kind of moves and shit that Amari had, bro. Amari was a good offensive player.
You know what? Amari, I agree with you, but when he got to the Knicks, he got exposed a little bit because when Amari was on Phoenix, I saw him put up 48 points and 20 rebounds on Tim Duncan.
New York.
I don't remember. Who the fuck was Amari's point guard when he first got there?
You got to remember, Steve Nash is a Hall of Fame point guard to be running with.
Yeah.
He's making everybody better. He would have made Obi Toppin better too. He would have made everybody running with better with him.
That's why I hate when the teams go for it. Like the Sixers right now, they ruined kind of like what could have been a fun team. I like Seth Curry, Thibault, Maxey, and Embiid. I like those teams, but then they sell out and they go for it. With Harden, they're going for the title this year, next year. I just saw Harden. It looks like he's on a super cleanse. He must have took 30 shits since he landed in Philly. He looks 15 pounds lighter, Harden. Have you seen him in the warm-ups?
Yeah, I seen him playing Joel Embiid one-on-one.
What'd they do? Give him like one of those berry cleanses or something? He looks like a different person.
Attitude and the way you feel goes a long way. When you're sitting on a bench and you got
in a colon cleanser.
This motherfucker don't want to play. This guy, don't want to do this. It gets like,
yeah.
Somewhere where, people are looking to win and there's none of that going on. Like, your whole mental changes, man. That makes him feel better probably, like I said. I see 40 points from him tonight, bro.
Hey, you know what? I wouldn't doubt it. I have a question for you. Positionless basketball in the NBA. I'm looking at the Sixers starting five right now. Tell me who plays what position. Let's have some fun. since the NBA really has no positions anymore, I'm going to tell you the 5. You have to put one guy at the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You ready?
Argument I got, dude. I don't like the position of basketball.
No, neither do I. I get it.
Gotta be a point guard.
Right.
Be a solid center. You know,
Yes. You can mix and match your wings. Your 2 and your 3 could look like each other, but your 1 can't look like your fucking 4.
No, you gotta have somebody. You gotta be able to handle the basketball, pass the basketball, catch the basketball. It's not just jumping and shooting from 60 feet. You know, there's a lot more to basketball than what these guys show.
Yeah. Hey, Petey, hold on, Mel. Petey Jenks, I would love to have you on with me during hockey games because Patty Puck seems to be a little scared. He's a little scared to come on. So, Petey Jenks, if you ever want to do hockey, you hit me up. Patty, if you see this, step up. Mel, okay, ready before the game starts. Here's the starting 5. You got to put one guy and assign him at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, you got Maxey, Harden, Embiid, Tobias Harris, and Thibault. Who's what?
Maxey 1, Harden 2.
Okay.
Thibault 3. What was the other one?
Tobias Harris and Embiid.
No, sorry, take that back.
No, you were right.
No, James Harden. You got to put James Harden.
Yeah, you said Harden at the 2, Maxey at the 1.
So I got Maxey, Harden, Thibault.
And then you'll play Harris at the 4 and Embiid at the 5, I guess.
And Embiid at the 5, yes.
See, isn't that fucking weird? Tobias Harris is not a power forward.
No.
So basically, Philly's playing 2 point guards.
He's a finesse player.
Right. So basically, would you agree with this? Philadelphia is starting basically 2 point guards, 2 small forwards, and a center. There's not even a real shooting guard on the floor.
If they had a solid power forward to ride next to Embiid,
yeah,
they'd be dangerous.
Hell yeah, I agree. Now let's see who the Knicks are starting.
4 and 5 to me need to be good defenders, rebounders, and big guys. 4 and 5.
Yeah, and it's weird. Now here's the Knicks. Ready?
Because I'll swap a 2 and a 3. You know, a 3 and play a 2, a 2 and play a 3. I'll swap those around, and I can swap a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 1.
Okay, line me up the Knicks now, because we're in real time and the game's about to start. I got it paused. Ready? Here's the Knicks 5. Assign them. You got Alec Burks, RJ Barrett, Randall, Fournier, Mitchell Robinson. Give me the 1. Who's the number 1?
There's not even a solid 1.
They don't even have a fucking point guard. And they're wondering why we can't win. We don't have a point guard.
Exactly.
That's disgusting. Oh. So I guess Randall's the point guard again today.
Yeah, that's where they go wrong.
I hate this. Oh, Randall's the point guard. So Burks and Fournier are the 2 and 3. I guess I don't know. Who else is there?
No, they're gonna have Burks at the 1.
Oh, Barrett is the 4 and Robinson is the 5. Yeah, I get it.
That's why they suck.
That sucks. That's not even a real fucking team. What the hell is this shit? I'm so disappointed in the Knicks. So disappointed.
They're not that good.
They don't even have a point guard. I'm fast forwarding to live action now.
They did Patrick Ewing dirty like that, and I wasn't even a Knicks fan back then, but they did Patrick so dirty the karma is eating him up.
You know what?
I agree.
I agree with that, man. Patrick Ewing should have been a Knick for life. They let him go to Seattle, Orlando. I don't even remember Ewing taking a shot on Seattle or Orlando. I don't even remember him on them teams.
It starts with the ownership, bro. There's shifty people out there in New York. You gotta watch out. New York, man, no less, boy.
Hey, are you watching the game?
Mm-hmm.
Harden just got fouled. Randall stepped right under him and started crying. You know what? I don't like Randall's attitude this year. He's turning into a bit of a punk. James Harden's at the foul line. You might be right about that 45 burger. What'd you say, 45?
Yeah.
Yo, he might score 45.
40 to 45. Anywhere between 40 and 45.
Wow. Yeah, the Knicks are tough, man. I mean, the Philly's tough with this team.
They got a nice squad, bro. They got somebody Harden's a true point guard, bro.
Harden is definitely a guy that can run the point when Maxey's not in there. They can both run the point. It doesn't make him strong, and he looks very thin. He doesn't have that fat upper chest that he had for the whole Nets career.
A lot of that has to do with, how you feel, man. You're feeling.
He was loafing around in Brooklyn. He was unhappy.
Didn't give a shit.
Just eating.
Wasn't even that shoot around.
Yeah.
He's over here a shoot around, playing Joel Embiid one-on-one, having a good different, bro. The environment makes a big difference.
I'll tell you what, Mitchell Robinson is I really like Mitchell Robinson holding down the middle. You know, I don't know if we catch another good big man with offense, I wouldn't be afraid to start that dude and have Mitchell Robinson off the bench on his second unit eventually.
Mitchell Robinson, but he lacks offense.
Right, right. He lacks offense, but I really, really like Mitchell Robinson.
Also, I like how he played. He played tough.
Embiid's piecing him up right now.
I know that you're not getting much from him, but
I'll tell you what though, Mel, Embiid from the elbow extended right now just gave Mitchell Robinson. I mean, Mitchell Robinson beat up Embiid, and he's so long. He altered Embiid's jumper, had him missing the jumper. Embiid is the best center in the NBA. So if Mitchell Robinson could do a decent job on him today, keep him under 30. I'd like to see if Embiid ends up 25 or lower. Oh, Mitchell Robinson, another putback and one. You watching?
Joel Embiid is going to be a top center before his career is over all time.
Wow.
Top 10.
Yeah. Joel Embiid reminds me of Patrick Ewing. But I think Ewing was a little better. People think I'm crazy.
Stop it, though, Patrick Ewing. You shit on Patrick Ewing.
What? Oh, you're crazy, bro. You're crazy. Yo, you sound like my father's friend Johnny from Philly is his name. Johnny from Philly. Super homer. He thinks Embiid is better than Ewing. You think Embiid is better than Ewing in his prime?
Absolutely.
I don't know, man. Ewing had a great fucking touch.
Patrick Ewing had one little ball away, bro.
Yeah, it was a swish every time. And he was a block master. When Ewing first came out, he could leap. He could jump. He could block your shot. He did sweat a lot. He sweat a lot, that's for sure. No, Patrick Ewing was fucking dangerous.
Come on, dude, you're not listening. Embiid's got 50 moves in his bag, bro.
Embiid has steps with those big ass feet. Ewing, I would have to say Ewing had a little more athleticism as in his prime. In his prime. You remember Ewing with those bionic knees when he was 34, 35, and he couldn't fucking bend. You're thinking about Ewing when he had those ailing knees where he was like. Did he really?
Yeah, he said he was soft. He said when big games come, Patrick couldn't give up 40, couldn't get 40 for us when we needed him to.
What Mel, what the fuck is going on with the Knicks? I just watched Philadelphia have 4 fast break layups uncontested. Why are we not getting back? Why are the Knicks not getting back?
They're trash. It's the aroma around them, you know?
It smells like shit in the building. Yes.
It's better for the opponents to come in there. It's better for them.
I would be licking my chops to go into the Garden. Like when you go into the Garden, you're like, okay, what kind of historical memory can I create tonight against this shit team?
Like you don't even got to be a good team. Like I can't wait to play this team.
Yeah.
No, it don't matter. I just can't wait to get to the Garden. It's a different thing.
You know what? You're so right. Yo, Maxey and one. You know what the Knicks need to do? I like Alec Burks, but take him off the floor. I don't want to see fucking who else is out there that I don't want to see. I don't want to see Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier came in the league with a man bun. He's bald as shit now. That's like, do you know why the Celtics got rid of Evan Fournier? Because he stinks. Why did we jump on him and make him our starter? I get pumped up with basketball.
That's the New York Knickerbockers for you, baby.
They're chanting MVP for fucking Harden and Embiid at MSG.
Yeah, you don't see how Harden just dropped it behind his back for Embiid?
I'm a little behind you. Right now, Fournier just missed the 3.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, now Embiid's coming up the floor. You already saw this?
I think so.
Embiid just got fouled. Am I behind?
The Knicks are trash.
Wait, right now, did Mitchell Robinson just foul Embiid?
No, Maxey just went to the line. He just got fouled.
Maxey? God damn, what am I in Tokyo?
It's 15-13 Philly.
What am I on, via satellite? What kind of shit is this?
Yeah,
Embiid is at the foul line. It's 15-13. That's not Maxey, Mel. Put your glasses on, old man. It's 16-13 now, correct?
Nope, still 15-13.
Oh, you're behind me. You're behind.
4 when they just missed the three in the corner.
Oh, Mel, you probably paused your DVR. Get to live. You're way behind. You must have paused it.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not fine.
Hit fast forward. All right. Don't worry about it, kid. So listen, here's my thing. Ready? Now, Philadelphia became these main favorites, right? The Knicks to make the playoffs is like five. Now, you don't think the Knicks could pass?
Hey, listen.
What?
You got a better chance of Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan talking before the Knicks make the playoffs.
But listen to me. I gotta be a glass half full Knicks fan. I'm gonna be glass half full because everybody is always like, Nooch, you're such a hater. Listen, we got a sensitive age of bitch ass people right now, right? So, like when the Carmelo Anthony thing went in, I didn't know that my like in the Facebook group, like people were gonna get like salty. So I was just being honest. I was like, I hate this motherfucker, Carmelo Anthony. I was like, they're like, you piece of shit, you're just a hater. I'm like, no. I liked the Knicks team right before they traded for him. I liked it when they had Wilson Chandler, a young guy, Stoudemire, Felton, Gallinari, Young. They were winning. They had like 49 wins. I didn't want Anthony. They rolled out the I'm coming home song. And I'm like, this is not LeBron. We're not going to get a title. What is this shit? So, like, everybody said I was hating. So now I'm starting to get disgusted with the Knicks team this year, but I'm not going to hate on them. So glass half full. I think the Knicks, you don't think we could pass the Washington Wizards and catch the Hawks? Oh man, that's funny.
There's too many good teams.
Hi, Mom.
This year.
Wow. Yeah. The Knicks got no chance because we saw in the starting lineups, we saw 5 guys on the court without a goddamn guard, a real guard.
You're not listening. That's your problem.
Say it again, Mel. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The Knicks are not going to win nothing.
Never?
We might talk about this when you're like
KG.
68 years old. Oh, the Knicks got one.
Hey, listen. I've been waiting my whole life. That's the only sport. Hey, Kevin Grimes. What's up, Kev? Hey, Grimes is in the room. Say what's up, Mel.
Hey, what's up, Kev?
What's up? Carmelo's in Florida. We're actually doing some coaching. I'm going back out, and he's doing his thing out there. He's really doing his thing. He's out here killing it out in Florida, having fun. Shout out to KG, great coach. Listen, Harden is unwatchable. Yeah, absolutely. If you're a purist basketball fan, it's hard to watch Harden and like what you see. You know what teams I always like the team before they break it up. Like, do you remember when Philly had JJ Redick, Covington, Ben Simmons, Embiid, and somebody else I'm missing? That was a nice team. Then they blew it all up. I don't like that.
It wasn't a championship team, man. It was an alright team.
I know.
You gotta have all the pieces, man. You can't just have 1 or 2 stars. You gotta have a hustler. You gotta have a guy that plays defense. You gotta have a guy that shoots football. You gotta have a bunch of pieces to have a successful team.
I'm just an upset Knicks fan.
It takes more than 1 or 2 things to have a championship kind of team. And that's the deal, bro.
I thought,
like that.
You know what, Mel? It's the Giants, the New York Football Giants. They've won in my lifetime. The Yankees have won in my lifetime. The Rangers. The only team that I have not seen win a title yet in my life, and I'm 42, is the Knicks. And I'm afraid I don't want to go to you know where. I don't want to go to the upper room before the Knicks win a title. I want to see. I don't know if it's ever going to happen.
Because I've been a Jets fan my whole life and I ain't won shit.
Oh, you're never going to see the Jets, Mel. You better hope that they got DVR in heaven.
My eyes and said to myself, they're just trash.
Sorry, Kevin.
I said, I don't fuck with them like that, because they're not doing nothing. They're just trash.
Yeah. The Jets and Giants are in trouble.
The Knicks. And you just have to take the wool out your face and say that the Knicks are trash and they're just not going to do nothing because they don't have what they need.
I got a question.
And let me tell you, Tom Thibodeau, he's all right.
Yeah. He doesn't have a fucking point guard.
Right, but I just think he doesn't have a mouth. I think you don't say nothing to the ownership, or you know what I'm saying?
And I want to know who is responsible for bringing in Kemba Walker and that arthritic knee. Who brought him in?
If I'm the coach, I should have every right to walk up to the owner and say, listen, this is what needs to be done type deal. You know, if this is, you know, in my way of coaching, I need me a point guard. I need this. I need that in order for this team to be successful. I think he sits back and just allows them to throw the pieces at him, and he just rolls with whatever.
Better?
You know, like you don't say nothing.
All right, I got you.
You have to say something. As the head coach, you got to say something, no matter what. You can't just sit there and play like a puppet.
Right.
That's not the position I signed up for.
Right, right.
Head coaching jobs because I want to do something with this team,
and that's where culture. That's where culture comes in.
I need you to bring in these certain pieces.
You need certain cultures.
Bring in these certain pieces. We got a problem.
You know what? It comes with culture and how you run your program because look.
Again, that's what I said. It starts at the top.
Mel, I agree with you so much. Look at the Miami Heat, right? They make sure from Riley to Spoelstra. Like they have character people. Pat Riley will fight you right now if you step out of the line of respect. He's fucking 70. Like you come into Miami, you have values, respect. It's a brotherhood. There's no bullshit going on. Therefore, you got tough players, coachable guys. Everybody's on the same page. You can't have punk ass guys ruin what the coach needs to do. Like, okay, Mike D'Antoni had success everywhere. He made Steve Nash all-world. He made James Harden a two-time MVP. He comes to the Knicks. What happens? Oh, Melo doesn't like to run. What do you mean Melo doesn't like to run? What kind of shit is that? I never heard of that. Melo doesn't like to run. D'Antoni's coaching you, bitch. Get going.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's
character.
That's character.
I know.
You know, a lot of that's character, man, and a lot of that starts in that front office. If you feel that you're a head coach and you can't go to the owner and talk to him about what you need and shit like that, if you feel you can't do that, then I don't think you should coach that team. Or at least I ain't coaching that team.
Right, and I'm sick of them putting guys on a hot seat for, like, if you coach, if you do a good job coaching and you go far and you don't win the whole thing, like they're saying possibly that Doc Rivers could be on the hot seat. Are you kidding me? Doc Rivers is a damn good coach. If they don't win it in this, it's March. When's March 1st? Tomorrow? Tuesday? We're in March. The playoffs start in April. If Philly doesn't click and win it all, Rivers is on the hot seat. I think that's disgusting to even be reported.
Right, I agree all the way when they do that to these coaches. Like
Rivers on the hot seat.
Doc Rivers is a good coach. I agree.
Yeah, like I don't. Like Mel.
I bet you Doc Rivers don't sit back. If Doc Rivers thinks he needs something for his team, he can go talk to the owners. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? There's only two people that discovered.
The Knicks think that they're just fucking the Mecca, that they're this and that. I don't think that owner, he's not humble enough.
Hey.
Get a little piece of that humble pie.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hey, you know what I didn't realize? The Knicks passed up Halliburton. We could have got Halliburton. Yeah, we could have got Halliburton. We made bad moves, man. Good. Shout out to Kev for pointing that out.
He would have put that orange and white on. He would have ruined his career.
Yeah, right. I know. I can't believe. I think that if the Knicks would have known that Hield and Halliburton were on the block, we would have got one of them. I wanted Buddy Hield at the trade deadline. Yeah. I like Buddy Hield.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was kind of weird.
He's a little lazy sometimes, but I like his game.
I'm watching Embiid right now. It's a different game, man. He slides his feet. He falls all over the place. He gets the foul call. I don't know if he was better than Ewing, man. I don't know.
Yeah, he got way more. He scored more than Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, he scores more, but I get it. But it's a different game. I don't know, man. Listen, Doc.
But he's got moves like Akeem Olajuwon. He's got moves like David Robinson.
But he's not as athletic as Akeem or David Robinson. Like, we got to be honest. We got to tell these young kids the truth. Like, we lived through the great center age. Joel Embiid is not as athletic as Olajuwon or David Robinson. Or Shaq when he was young?
No, he's not athletic.
He's like more, he's already like fucking a little like bionic knee Ewing. He looks like old Ewing and he's only 25, so how can he be better?
He's just as skilled as any of those
Yeah,
players.
they got the same skill set. But if they let Ewing take threes and do that shit, he would have been 35 a game too.
He would have been a Ben Simmons. He would have took a three with his big ass knee pads on.
Remember those knee pads? They were tremendous, weren't they?
Ewing was a good center, decent. Wasn't Hall of Fame? He had a Hall of Fame career, but he wasn't no top. He wasn't better than Joel Embiid, dog.
Okay, who's? Do you know? Did anybody name me a guy in a team, a leader, better than Ewing, that did better in a playoff series against Jordan?
Lonzo Mourning played good.
But okay, I remember in 1993, I was in full uniform. Mel, I was the 13th man on the Knicks in 1993. I was in full fucking uniform, living room floor on my stomach, full uniform. 13 years old. We're playing the Bulls, right? And the Bulls are going for their first three-peat. They had just won 2 in a row. They're going. That was the year Barkley was the MVP for Phoenix. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so what happens? First 2 games, the Knicks beat the Bulls the first 2 games. We were up 2-0 on the Michael Jordan Bulls, and we blew the fucking series. You believe that? We blew the series. We lost. But we had the Bulls 2-0.
I'm sorry that you keep going back to those days. You know what I'm saying? But
that's my last good memories, the 90s.
You have to get in your head, like I got in my head, that the Jets are trash.
Yeah, I feel like the Jets fan.
That the Knicks are trash, dog.
Yeah, it's very depressing.
That's it. You gotta come to the realization that, like I did, the Jets suck.
Yeah.
The Knicks suck.
Guys, hey, Mel, so we don't suck. I just want to remind everybody, this is my man Carmelo Ortiz from Florida. We love talking basketball, so whether we're live streaming or recording it before, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Anybody who's just a basketball purist and loves to talk hoops and listen, you'll always enjoy when me and Mel get kicking on it because we could go for forever and we never get bored. So like and subscribe, neighborhood picks. And now we get back to what's going on. I just watched Julius Randle on the foul line. You know what? I'm excited for tomorrow. Give me LaMelo Ball and Greek Freak. Give me LaMelo and Greek Freak. That's two guys that I like. You know.
The young Greek. That Greek.
Today I'm not watching the Greek Freak. I'm watching the Beard and the Creep. The Creep. Yeah. I'm watching the Freak Creep. His strip club's retired in Houston. Oh, we can call him the Freak Creep. Knicks are playing tight. And you know what? I've been watching this. The Knicks play everybody tight, and then they can't close. The Knicks are the best team to bet against live. If you want to make money, wait for the Knicks to go up between 6 and 11, and then take the other team live, and usually you win.
Yeah, and you'll be good.
Do you know 3 times in the last month they were up 20 points or more, and they blew it all 3 games? What a shame, right?
That's terrible, right?
Very terrible.
Expect that team to make the playoffs in the East?
Well, right now they're in 12th. I'm gonna give it to you straight.
I know you're not that blind.
No, I don't believe they're getting in the playoffs. I'm not gonna sit here and tell a lie.
You gotta be real here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's the standings. Here's the standings, Mel. What do you think? You got now. You know, only the first 6 teams are safe. 7, 8, 9, 10. 7 and 8 plays. The loser plays the winner of 9 and 10. So. Basically, if you get to 7 and 8, it's a double elimination. If you're 9 and 10, you got to win 2. You get it?
Yeah.
The Knicks are in 12th. So we got to fight just to get to number 10 to get to the playoffs. Washington is 11th. So there's one team standing in our way of getting to the 10th spot. Atlanta Hawks are in 10th, and Charlotte is in 9th, and Brooklyn is in 8th.
One extra game? What? One extra playing game?
Yeah, right?
We're out.
I know. Hey, and you know we're not passing Atlanta with Trae Young, LaMelo, and Charlotte, or Brooklyn. Brooklyn, Charlotte, and Atlanta are 8, 9, and 10. None of those teams are falling out.
Cleveland,
Cleveland's 4th.
Yeah.
Yo, you know how good Cleveland is this year?
The East ain't that bad no more, bro. That's why the Knicks don't have a shot.
Mel, I agree with you.
They get in the play-in game. Whatever, that's just for an extra game. Hopefully somebody's got some incentives to make some money off that extra playing game, but that's about as far as it goes.
The Knicks do stink, don't they? Oh, God.
They stink.
They fucking stink. You know, I just wanted to see, you know what? We got IQ. We got Quigley coming in running the point. He's a 2. Like, he played the 2. Maxey was the point guard, Kentucky. We just need a point guard. Yes, 4-point play. I like Quigley. I like Barrett. We have good young pieces. We have good young pieces. Send Fournier and that shaved head out of here. Send fucking Julius Randle out of here. Give a pickup. Put Burks in the deal. We got to go grab a guard. Derrick Rose is never going to be the same again. And Kemba Walker, it looks like the same prognosis for him, too.
Well, they're done. Those two are done.
What do you think about Miami? You live in the neighborhood. You think Miami's got a shot to win the championship? Mel?
What?
Do you think Miami's got a chance to win the championship this year?
I don't know. That's close, man.
Because they're plus 1,000 in the odds. Why wouldn't you put a couple dollars on Miami?
Anyway, you know what I'm saying?
I think Miami gets tougher.
They can if they get hot, and
Well, here's my question to you. Is Miami a tougher team in an 82-game season on a Tuesday night or in a 7-game series where you got to see them every night? Where do you think Miami's tougher?
7-game series every night.
That's what I think. I think Miami's team design, it's harder to play them in a series. They're going to be dangerous. They're going to be a dangerous out.
Dangerous. That's what I said. That's a good bet to take. Man, I wouldn't say that's like, oh, that's
No. I got 3 outside shots that I'm fooling around with. Miami's plus 1,000. Memphis Grizzlies are plus 3,000. So $20 on them pays like 600 or something.
Right.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And Boston is plus 2,700. You never know if they get through the East, but the favorites are Phoenix, Golden State, Brooklyn, and the Bucks. But I got a couple dollars on the Bucks. The Bucks are plus 650. I don't know why the Bucks are plus 650. That sounds like a lot to me.
Well, they're the champs. They added Serge Ibaka. You know what I'm saying? They got a little bit deeper on the bench. Bobby Portis is doing his thing.
Bobby Portis, another forward the Knicks gave up. We should have held on to Bobby Portis.
Right. Bobby Portis is one of those kind of guys that I mentioned a long time ago, earlier in this.
Bobby Portis.
He's one of those kind of guys that you need on your team that does other things besides dunk and shoot threes. You know what I'm saying?
I love Bobby Portis, man. We could have got rid of Randall and packaged them. Kept Barrett, Portis, Robinson, these guards. We gotta find a guard. Hey, there's a couple guys popping out to me. I'm starting to scout college a little bit. There's some hybrid players. Auburn has like a Kevin Durant dude coming out. He's like 6'10", but he's a guard. It's crazy.
I don't really watch that.
You'll see.
Until we get around that March Madness, kind of stuff, because there's just way too many on all the time. Every time I turn around, it's a different college game. I was like, holy shit.
I know. Tell me about it. I'll tell you what, I have no idea who's going to win in the bracket. I might as well go blindfold and stick like a fucking piñata.
Yeah.
I have no clue. I'm not even going to lie and pretend that I know college teams. Plus, who knows what these kids are doing?
There's way too many of them to think all that. You know what I mean? You gotta have some years in that one.
Oh man, I'll tell you, Mel. I'm looking down and up the NBA. Like, that's why the other day I did a piece by myself before we went on about LeBron's final chapter. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I really feel strongly that his final chapter, because he's got a player option for next year, I think he should go home or home. Either one of his former teams would be better than the Lakers right now. Give me your thoughts on that and be specific. I want to interrupt.
I'm not even going to touch that, Nooch, because that's an hour in itself, bro. Because whatever LeBron wants to do, I'm all for it.
Okay. Right? Okay, so then I have an easier question. Would you want to join? Let's say Miami was off the table. They just couldn't make it happen. They're too loaded, too much. Would you join Cleveland next year over the Lakers with Darius Garland and all those guys?
No.
I would.
No, because you know what they'll say? They'll talk all kind of shit about him. He knows that.
They can't talk shit about you if you're going home.
They'll say, oh, he wants to go home because the talent's better there, blah, blah, blah. He knows that. I know that.
Yeah, but he doesn't care anymore. I don't think LeBron's worried.
His son gets drafted there. That's the only way.
Hey, have you been? I know you watch a lot of the youth, the athletics. Is Bronny James NBA worthy? Is he going to make the NBA? He's not the best player on his team right now. You know Amari Bailey?
Yeah, I heard of him.
You should look him up. You'll see him in the NBA in 2 years.
No, Bron's son will make it. You know, that's just.
Have you seen Amari Bailey's mom?
Huh?
Have you seen Amari Bailey's mom?
No.
She's like my age, and Drake took her to Dodger Stadium, closed down Dodger Stadium, and took her on a date. And the paparazzi got him on an aerial picture. But Amari Bailey's mom is out of control. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not gonna get too smart with my mouth because I don't want to disrespect women. But if that was my mom, I'd be like, "Ma, get a fucking jacket or something." Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and LeBron is so slick. He just had Drake pop up to one of his son's games. You know, he was like, "Yo, Drake, listen, man, I got this bitch, man. She's bad. You need to see her." And Drake was like, "Hey, come to Dodger Stadium with me." You know, Drake playing it smooth.
With LeBron James like that, all right?
Oh man.
You want to talk about LeBron? That's a whole nother hour, baby. Because I'll go with anybody I want to talk about against LeBron.
You were one of the first people. You were one of the first people when we would be hanging out in the mid 2000s. You were like, "Nooch, he is the dude." I'm like, I don't know, Mel, because you just went through Jordan and you're going through Kobe in real time. You don't a part of you as like if you're loyalist to one of them, you don't want to believe that this guy's like that good, and you were like, Nooch, he's the truth. I see it, and I didn't see it as soon as you, but he was, man. I got to give you credit, and I got to give you credit on one more guy. Doc Rivers and you were the first two people to discover what point guard. Who did you love?
What, the Houston guy?
No, not in 2K. I mean, in real life, a championship team had an unknown point guard. And I didn't know him. I didn't like him. But you and Doc Rivers did. And he's going to be a Hall of Famer when he retires. Yeah, Rondo. What did you see in Rondo?
I just seen that he was playing with Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and wasn't shying away. Wasn't scared.
Yeah.
That's intimidating alone. He's playing with Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, all these cats. Even before they got them, when it was just Paul Pierce. And
and I think being an asshole helped him on the court. He had that dickhead mentality right away. And that's what Garnett and Pierce respect.
He's doing whatever it takes to win.
Right.
He gets assists. He'll do whatever. He just got a funky shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he got better later on a little bit. But yeah, you're not going to count Rondo to tear the lights out.
Anyway, like I said earlier, there's a lot more to basketball than just that.
Exactly.
He did other things that was just as good. Like I tell my kids, the one kid on my team's like, "Man, how many points did I get tonight?"
Yeah, see, I hate that shit.
I said, "Why do you want to know how many points you got?"
I used to hate that.
I said, "Well, don't worry about how many points you got. Just know we got to win."
Yeah, like I'll be completely honest. My dad used to do that shit. I hated that.
2 points, but he had 9 steals.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, like my dad would be like, "You only had 13 tonight. Yeah, so to hit your average, you got Dad, I don't give a fuck, man. Let me play." Like I really didn't care about that shit. My father cared about it more than me.
Mm-hmm.
I love basketball. Is like sweet music. It's like a band playing the same symphony. Right? Hey, how much fun is basketball when you're on the floor with 4 other guys that are all speaking your language, so to say, and you're just rocked? Isn't it the best feeling in the world? It's almost impossible to describe. It's almost like being in a zone.
I did it. I ran with
I know.
I ran with a starting 5, baby. I put my 5 because any 5 out there on this. Anybody looking in anything. Back then, my 5 was a dog. A lot of people.
Mel, don't muffle your phone because you're giving me good stuff.
And my phone. And listen, my
there you go.
Starting 5. They're older now, but
Mel, I ran into your starting 5 firsthand. You don't remember? You fucking ran me off the court.
I ran a lot of these cats ran into us later on.
I'm on fucking TV right now. Fellas, are you watching? You know I take a lot of pride in everything. The years like 95, 96, 97, somewhere in there, I go to the famous Nash Park. Now, Mel, I'm going to tell this story for everybody. Nash Park is right across from the world famous Hot Grill. If you've ever been to Hot Grill in Clifton, Nash Park is right across the street. NBA dudes play there. Tim Thomas for the Knicks. James Scott from St. John's. Who else, Mel?
I sent them home.
Yeah?
I sent them home, baby.
Did you?
3-on-1. I faked behind him like I was gonna pass the ball behind my back. He ran for the pass, but I cuffed it, kept it, and finger rolled it right down the middle on his eye.
What were some of the cats? You had a little more experience than me.
Hakeem Ward.
Yeah, who are the cats at that court when you played there?
Yeah, Tim Thomas, Hakeem Ward. Like I said, James Scott.
Wow, those are big time players.
Jamal Goodson.
I remember Jamal Goodson.
Gerald Robinson. There was a lot of us.
Gerald Robinson was my favorite player. When I used to go to the stand, when I used to go watch Clifton games in 6th, 7th grade, he used to come in like a celebrity. The team would be in layup lines. Gerald comes in with a fucking leather coat, 2 chicks, and his team is in layup lines. I'm like, yo, this guy must be the man. Then he comes out, and then he takes a few shots, and he scores like 40. We got to edit this part. Hey, if we edit this, we got to send this to Gerald. Hey, guess who Gerald is the boss of right now? One of my best friend reports to Gerald every day, and they're really tight. And Gerald actually said how proud of him he is of doing such a good job working. You'll never believe this. What a small world. Andre McCormick.
Stop it.
Dre drives the truck. He's been doing it for years. He's at work 4:30 in the morning. He never missed a day of work. Gerald is his fucking boss. I didn't even know this because I was talking to Dre yesterday, and he said, "Yo, Gerald Robinson pulled me aside. He said, yo, Dre." He goes, "I'm surprised, man." He goes, "You really are different from your, because Gerald remembers Dre when we were in our 20s. Everybody was crazy and wild." And he kind of gave Dre like a compliment, how impressed he was about his work ethic and what a good job he was doing, man. And so Gerald and Dre are linked up nowadays. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, you still talk to Gerald?
No, I haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah, I gotta send word that me and you said hello through Dre.
Yeah, I said it to Dre. Yeah.
The last time I saw Gerald, I was.
Hey, listen, you guys all know him as Gerald.
Yeah.
I know him as Flat.
Oh, Flat. That's right. That was his nickname, right?
You don't know Gerald, then you know him by Flat Top to be exact.
Gerald was the best high school basketball player I ever saw from the middle school years, like with my eyes. Like I thought Gerald was Jordan when I was like in 6th grade.
I tell my wife all the time, man. He was one of them cats that I was like, wow, when I watched Flat play.
Yo, tell me the story about Gerald when he was going for the 1,000.
Going to the 3-point shootout contest, nothing but white boys.
Right.
That's all the white boys were known for.
Right.
They were shooters.
Right.
Gerald comes in. The 3-point contest.
No, don't tell me he won it.
Beats all of them.
He won the 3-point shootout at Wayne Valley?
Yeah, it took the trophy home that was bigger than him.
Wow. Hey, Mel, did I ever tell you I was in the 3-point shootout? I qualified. Yeah, I was in it as a sophomore. My sophomore year, me and Mike Rivera, God rest his soul, we both qualified.
24, 25 to win.
Really?
Yeah.
I had 17 and 19, and you know who fucking beat me in my round that I got knocked out? Guess who beat me? A 7-footer. The biggest guy in the whole contest won it. His name was Rob Zawicki from Wayne Hills. I'll never forget it. 7-foot center, yeah. 7-footer. Fuck. And guess what? You know how they go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right?
Yeah.
I racked the first rack. I shocked myself. I shit my own pants, basically. I didn't expect to just swish every one. I swished 5 in a row. The last one was the money. Literally, I can remember running from the first rack to the second one, going, "Whoa, what the fuck?" Like I thought. Once you get out of the moment as an athlete, you're finished. I never do that ever. I actually got out of my zone and thought about what was happening like a little kid, like a jerk.
Right.
I wish I would have just stayed fucking like I do 99.9% of the rest of the time. Maybe I could have won it. But I actually said, "Oh my God, I'm gonna fucking get a 30." Oh man.
Gerald's in the 20s every round.
Wow. Oh, so Mel, I'll never forget this. I don't know if you remember, but I want to know who your teammates were because I'm curious. I'm about 15, 16, and I want to get better in basketball. I love basketball. And the word on the street was you go down to the Jersey City courts, There was a couple that we would over, and Nash Park was a big one. NBA dudes, college, the best street ballers. So I went down to Nash Park one day with my team, and here's you coming around, and all of a sudden it was like they were rallying around you. It was like the '92 Hornets. It was like a bunch of big guys, and like they all rallied around you. You were the point guard, setting everything up. You were like Muggsy. And like all of a sudden we get on the court and I'm like, all right, I'm like, we'll handle these guys. Then all of a sudden it was like all of a sudden fast break, alley-oop, off the board. Like you guys had an unspoken chemistry that I've never seen from a starting street ball five in my life. You ran us off the floor, but the way you played the game stuck with me forever. That's how basketball is supposed to be played, moving the ball, pushing the pace.
Like I said, we not only played together, we hung out every day together.
Yeah.
We did things that we probably shouldn't have did together.
A little fired up, were you? Yeah. I thought you were extra creative on those passes.
Yeah. It was me, Drake.
Who was that five that day where you whooped our ass?
It was me, Newman, Drake.
Rich Ward.
Rich.
Who the fuck was the other guy? You might even had Ray on the team. Just say that.
Nev.
Oh, Neville. Yeah, that's right. Neville's like fucking Paul Pierce reincarnated.
Right. It was me.
Fucking Neville.
Point, Newman at the 2, Rich or Nev.
And I'm like 15. I had no shot at that squad.
And then we had Drake. Drake was a
Which
monster.
one was Drake?
Drake was 6'4", but he was left-handed. But you couldn't stop him. Drake, Desmond Jackson's his real name. I don't know about I should have said that.
Oh shit! Oh, we didn't hear that. We'll bleep that out.
Yeah, my boy Drake was the
Drake
too.
Right. Wow.
We had a hell of a five, man. We going to the YMCA.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, the way you pushed the ball, like now you literally had guys running the lanes. Constant motion. You played the game like you liked each other. It was like that's the thing. Like I don't agree with. Just it's a business. No, like basketball is a spirit. Basketball is more than just a business. Like I believe basketball, like my best teams that I was ever on, we loved each other. We will go to war for each other. You know, that's how I feel about basketball.
That's why me, Rich, all of us, we play like that. If something happened to Rich. Something happened to all of us. If something happened to me, it happened to all of us. Like, there was.
Well, Rich punked Tim Thomas. I'm not afraid to say it. Didn't Rich punk Tim Thomas?
We played in the Woodrow Wilson Men's League, and we got to a couple little brawls.
Oh, really? With that crew? No way.
Yeah, and next thing I know, the next game that we had there, they had cops at the front door.
Really?
It was wild, man, back in those days.
Hey, what did Rich do with Tim Thomas?
You had a problem with all of us.
Tell me what happened that time. I'm sure Rich doesn't give a shit. What did Rich do to Tim Thomas? I always heard that story.
Oh, Rich, we was out there hanging out, and Tim Thomas came out and brought some beers for everybody on the block.
Right. He was in the league. Was he in the NBA or college?
Huh?
Was he at Villanova or in the league already?
He was in the league already because we went to his coming out party.
Oh, okay. Oh, he was gay?
Yeah. Huh?
He was gay?
No, it's coming out like he's leaving.
Oh.
He's coming out to go to the NBA.
No, I was just making a lighthearted joke. Keep going.
So we went to his coming out party when he was leaving. Over going to the NBA.
Right.
The next day or so, he was out on the block where he was from in Patterson.
In Patterson, right.
And he brought some beer for the people on the block. But they were like, it was like a case of Nips, like the little Budweiser can.
Right.
My boy Rich Ward, he walks up to him and he starts snatching them shits from him. Like not just 1, 2, he's snatching 3, 4, 5, trying to put them in his pocket.
Oh man.
And Tim's looking at him like, yo, and they're like, yo, Mel. And I look over and they're like, yo, come on, man, tell him to stop.
Like they had to get you to tell Rich to calm down because they know how tight you guys are.
Right, because I brought Rich with me.
Right.
Rich did not never hang out with these cats. I brought him with me.
Okay, so now you're with Tim Thomas, just got to the NBA. You're not trying to have trouble.
I felt comfortable because Rich was my dog.
Right, right.
I felt comfortable bringing him wherever.
Right.
You know, so.
And Rich is a good guy. We're not paying. Rich is a good guy if you know him.
Come get your boy. Come get your boy. So I'll go over to him. And I'm like, yo, what's up, Rich? What you doing? He's like, man, fuck that. I'm getting me some beer. I say, yeah, but you're going to take all of them, bro. Do the back. And then he starts sizing him up. Looking at him talking about how it feel to get dunked on.
Oh, no.
He was like, I think I could dunk on you, too.
He was antagonizing him, like, straight to his face?
He's out of control. He don't care.
He was asking him how it feels to get dunked on?
Yeah, he asked how to do to get dunked on, and then he asked him, you know, he told me, he said, I think I could dunk on you.
Yo, I would not be surprised if it's the same summer.
He's 2 feet away, nigga, looking at him up and down, like I think I could dunk on you.
And Rich was probably like, he was staring him up like head to toe, like he wanted to do something to him. Oh. And I heard Rich has like a fucking elastic punch that he could like kill you with. Like I heard Rich got some snap in his right hand.
Yeah, he's not too bad, man. You know, he's got a lot of heart. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I know that. That's what I like about your crew. All your guys you can say what you want to say about them, but it is all guys with heart. That's for sure. I like that.
You know, we go to war for each other when we're out here. Like I say, you got a problem with him, you got a problem with all of us.
That's right. That's how it should be, man. There's not enough people like that.
That's what I get out of basketball: the camaraderie, you know, the practice.
Right.
You know,
I love practice. I used to love practice.
Listen, my kids in practice the other day say, Coach, what are we, home or away? And I said, I don't know. Which one you like? They were like, home. And I was like, nah. I said, I'm more of a away player. I like going in the gym feeling like somebody's booing me.
Yeah.
I like that. That's my vibe. I don't
Me
want to
too.
come home and look over there and laugh at people. I'm here to do something.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You know, and they were like, and they looked at me stunned and was like, I was like, yeah, I'm more of an away type of player.
Mel, you know what? If you keep mentoring these young kids the way you're doing it and teaching them the game and teaching them life, that's the most valuable thing that you could ever do. I'm really proud of you doing this, and you're gonna keep going up and up and up, man. I'm telling you.
You know, so
hey, I can't wait to get out there. When I get back out there, I'm gonna rent a different car because I don't trust the convertible. I'm gonna rent a different car, and I'm gonna get out there, and we're gonna I want to go over the wrinkle in that defense. If they adjust to it, we have an adjustment to their adjustment.
Right. I want you to just come right the first time and
just tell me what to do.
Hey, listen, I walk in with you, but you just turn and walk the other way like you don't even know me, and just watch how these boys work.
Oh yeah. I want to just sit there and observe and see how you got your team moving.
Right.
I want to see the body language, all that shit.
I'm telling you, look, they're most of my kids on my team are probably 13, 14.
That's perfect.
Hey, listen, we could be the freshman team. We could be the high school freshman team, baby.
Of course, that's right. And you better believe that too. The power of belief is the number one tool you could give them. Right? And preparation breeds confidence. So the harder and better you are at preparing and mastering your craft and being mature about it, the team is they're gonna feed off that. Like my 8th grade year, you remember that good team we had with the Biddy and all that when we were a tight knit bunch. Well, we went up to go play the freshman team for a game for competition, and we beat them by like 50. And they were so embarrassed. It was Rivera, Sammy Morales, Mark Alaskis was on that. We beat the shit out of them. We ran them out of the fucking gym, and then we sent them on the bus back to the high school where they belonged. They literally took a bus to our middle school. We fucking crushed them as 8th graders, and then we sent them back to the high school. So everybody was on notice.
We're coming for your spot next year.
Right. They all knew that when we got to high school, your motherfucking time is limited, because when we get to trying out and the dog is against the dogs, you're going to get fucking eaten alive because I'm coming for my spot. And that's exactly what happened. By the time I was a sophomore, it's like, let's go. You think you want to talk all this shit in the hall, Nooch ain't that good, this, that? Well, now we're going against each other. Let's see who's made out of what, basically.
Right. Yep.
And that's how it went. And that's how the fucking went.
That's why the kids say, Coach, how you play basketball? I say hard.
Hard.
I said that's all I know how to do is when they say go time, I just go hard the whole time.
That's right. That's right.
Every possession.
Right. And Mel,
up on you, Nooch. I'm up on you. Like,
how's the boxing out been? That pisses me off with young kids these days. Are they putting bodies on guys?
My team is.
All right, good. Good.
This is what I taught my team, Nooch. I said, because again, here's another problem that as a coach, I see.
Right.
Other team shoots.
Everybody's looking.
50 eyes are in the fucking air looking at the ball. Like, what the fuck?
When that shot goes up, you got to catch a body.
Catch a body. That's what my team does, nigga. Shot goes up. We're not even looking for the ball. We're just looking for who's around us.
Right.
If we do what we're supposed to do and find who's around the ball,
right. Right.
It's that simple.
Philly's up 11.
It comes to you.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You know what? If you have your constant action, if you have your actions, like, you know how we kind of discussed the other day, how it's not really plays anymore, it's more actions. If you have your actions down pat and the ball's moving, and always remember, if you walk the ball up the floor, say you have 50 possessions, if you walk it up the floor 45 possessions, you're going to have a damn tough time producing offense. But if you could get out with pace and you could get 35 possessions, the best shot in basketball is a transition open shot, because everybody's moving. If you could get the defense scattering, you're going to have wide open things. I'm watching the Philadelphia Knicks right now. Now, I want to make a point of reference to the game. All you have is a big man coming out, a pick and pop, and then the corners. It's just a big weave. It's just a big action weave. If you watch these games, there's two guys deep in the corner. A guy's always posting at the elbow. They go in the corner. They come up. Here we go. Here's Fournier. Nothing there. Corner. It's basically just weaves. It's all weaves. Double pick weaves. East and west.
Spacing.
Yes.
Getting to spots. It's all, that's why I always tell I keep saying it. I'll say this every time. There's so much to basketball than just shooting.
Mel, if it's all right with you, I'm going to have the iPad. I'd like to film some of our practice.
Are we still recording?
Yeah. Yeah, we're on an hour and 1 minute right now.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to wrap it, though, soon, and then we'll talk normal. So, but I wanted to ask you, I'd like to bring my iPad to the practice. I would like to demonstrate the 1-3-1, or have you do it and actually teach it and put it on my page. And maybe I won't teach it too good. Maybe I won't put it on the page till after your season's over. But I'd like to teach some of these basketball things and ideologies, things that we believe in, and I'd like to put them on the page so young coaches could see things, and we could help people in more ways than just talking about it.
I'm gonna say this one more time, man. Nooch, this was a great platform. If you got, like you said, I think you said Kevin Grimes was on here. If there's any coaches out there that are listening, that feel they could got some good input.
Yes.
I am like a sponge. I do not know everything.
Right.
I love to hear other people's things. Kevin, I love to hear some of the stories you got. I love Pete Vassell to hear some of his things.
Yep.
I love that.
Yep. Guys, you hear that? Like, Mel and I, we've been coaching for many years, and we always have this thing we say with each other. Once we think we know everything is when we will stop progressing. Like once we feel we know everything, we will stop progressing. That's when we stink. You always got to learn. So to get guys like Kevin Grimes and a round table, and when I get the software, we got 4 guys in a box, and we're breaking down hoops. Myself, you, Kevin Grimes, Pete Vassell, get basketball minds in here. We could really have the platform to do some really nice things and build on things that maybe we don't even know are going to happen yet, But it has to start with ideas. The greatest thing start with ideas. I think we're in the right direction.
Yeah, I definitely think it's in the right direction, man.
I just went over my first 300 subs.
I just want to make sure that, there's got to be a real passion for the game. If there's no real passion for the game, then it's not even worth trying to even play. Because you can't teach that.
Right. Exactly. We're going to have a roundtable discussion. I'm typing them in the box right now.
For me, personally, was a big deal in my life. I come from an inner city, that's not where you're not supposed to be all right at. And it was either play sports or end up on the streets.
Right.
I chose to play sports. And because of me choosing to play sports and basketball being that sport, it helped my life tremendously. I believe my life would be totally different if I never picked up basketball.
Oh yeah,
So that's
definitely.
what basketball means to me. And
Yeah.
for me, at the age I'm at now, where I can't compete where my mind wants to compete at, you know.
Well, you could still.
I'd rather give back to these younger
Oh
cats
yeah,
and let them know, this is what it is. But I still give anybody out there some smoke at 48 if they really think I'm kind of old, but I still give you some.
Wow. You know what? Now we could go in men's over 40 leagues. I used to joke about over 35 leagues. Do they have over 40 leagues?
No, I looked into it, dog.
You looked into it? You son of a bitch.
It's just adult leagues. 18 and up.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny.
Yeah,
Shit.
I looked into it, bro.
Oh, well, listen, Mel.
Jordan in that league.
Yo, imagine, I could just see you in like 2 years looking for like an over 50 league, fucking just like they would definitely ID you though, because you don't look like you're 30.
Yeah.
You know, you're definitely getting ID for any over 35 league. They're like, who the fuck is this kid trying to play? Oh, hey, at least we got a better game on later. I think Phoenix is on later. He's my favorite player in the league. I think Devin Booker's the best two guard in the NBA right now. I think.
Yeah, I like Devin Booker.
Is he growing on you? I know you didn't like him that much a few years ago.
He grows on me. Excuse me. He grows on me more and more. But I just, again, anybody that fucks with Kobe, that went to his academy, and that even has the mindset of trying to have what Kobe's kind of mind.
Right. I know what you're saying.
Because that means basketball is more to you than a paycheck.
Right.
So for that reason, I'll learn to get over my little differences because I'm not that kind of guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get over what I think of blah, 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 just because he's that kind of dude.
Right.
I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to win at all costs.
Yep. You know what, Mel?
I ain't never mad at somebody for that. And that gives it his 100. I can't be mad. I look like a hater. You know what I mean?
Right. And I agree with you 100%. And I like the way that we kind of set an example for this platform today, because I do shows, yes, and I love reporting on sports, and I do live streams, but I'm trying to articulate to a lot of my friends on my other vision, which is basically to have productive discussion, like how you and I are having today. And I feel like this might be really the first time that I've had someone on here and we just had like proper discussion, more in like a podcast form, other than just a quick shtick show. So I like this kind of space, and I want to continue doing things like this as we move on in the future. I'd like for this to be the start where some other guys could see this and say, oh, this is what Nooch is doing. This is what Nooch and Carmelo are doing. And then I'll refine my skills as an interviewer and get better at listening and work on my weak points. Because just like in basketball, whenever you think you know everything, you're not improving. So I'm going to keep improving, but I want to build on conversations and discussions and just knowledge and helping each other learn. I really think we did a good job of that today.
Helping each other, bro. That's the best. Like I said, all coaches out there that listen, anybody that's got some kind of insight, plays or basketball knowledge, man, I'm all open to listen, man.
Definitely.
I listen all day.
Definitely.
Because I'm trying to compete at that high level too. Like, I'm trying to get a high school job. I'm trying to get, anything like that. Freshman, JV, it don't matter. Because they're not going to be able to deny these wins that I'm coming with.
Right. And you're going to do a lot of good things for a lot of young people. You're going to make an impact on their lives, and that's the most important thing. Right. And you're using your favorite tool, basketball. What's better than basketball?
Yeah, it's great.
So I'm watching Patrick Ewing Jr. sweating at the free throw line. Hey, how are you doing on your predictions here? Before the half, it's about to be halftime. The game is going exactly like we expected. That's why I didn't have to say anything. I'm actually glad that we got into our discussion, because it's much more exciting than the Sixers beating the Knicks by 10. What are they up, 10? Okay, it's 57-51. So what are you going to do? Wow. Embiid, Harden, and Maxey have scored or assisted on 53 of Philly's 57 points. So it looks like it's become a big three.
Listen, Harden is good, bro.
I know.
Harden is good. You know, again, you can hate on that he does this, you can hate on, but at the end of the day, he's a good Rose in that garden.
Yo, they just fouled Embiid
nice
again
Rose
too.
to have in the garden, baby. I love the garden. He's good.
What about Embiid and Harden's free throw attempts? I never thought of that. Those are two of the league leaders in going to the line. You might have 7-hour games with those two.
Pace, they're gonna dominate tempo. They're gonna all that best half team match.
Did you predict Embiid's points today or just Harden?
What?
Did you predict Joel Embiid's points today or just Harden? I know you said 40, 45 for Harden, right?
25, 15, 25, 12. You know, he's got a good game, solid game.
I know Embiid's got 15 right now. I didn't see Harden yet, but he's probably got 15 at least. Yeah.
You know, Embiid will have a solid game.
Now, your life's on the line. The Sixers are up 8 points. Would you ever bet the Knicks live right now? Live.
What?
To win.
Yeah.
To win the game.
Hell no.
All right, you know what? What if I went on and the spread was, okay, they're down 8. I'm pretty good at guessing this, so I'm not even going to look, but I'm going to guess. Okay, Philadelphia's on a fast break. They're up 8, 2 minutes left in the half. They're about to score again. Okay, B got fouled again. Okay, so now they're going to be up 10. I say the live line, they always have a live spread. Let's say the Knicks are plus 13.5 right now. Do you take Philly laying the 13.5 or the Knicks? Would you trust the Knicks getting 13.5 for the game, the whole game?
Yes.
Yeah, you think? Oh, see, now maybe I'll go in live and take the Knicks with the points. I got to check. We'll see. We'll see.
I think it's gonna get ugly, man. That second half, it's gonna get ugly.
Oh, so you think they'll? Well, you know what? I'm gonna check the line at halftime, and then I'll call you. I'll let you know.
Right? Yeah, because I think they're gonna get blown out by 20 here tonight, bro.
Oh, so then, whatever it is, you still like Philly. I got you. I think they were a 7-point favorite to open up the game, and now they're up 10, so they got to be at least 12 or 13 now.
Yeah, bro, that's light, bro. They're good, man. Joel Embiid is better than Patrick Ewing, bro.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I gotta see. I gotta see.
Hey, anybody out there, please, somebody take this man away from that Knicks uniform, man.
Well, I am a Knicks fan, so maybe I'm biased, but we'll see.
Yes, but super biased.
Yo, Embiid just went again. You might be right. He just had since the last 5 minutes, he just had 5 and 1s. Yeah, Harden to Embiid on the pick and roll. Can you see it?
There's not one time in one game at any point in this season that he has got one-on-one matches.
Yo, James Harden's really good in the pick and roll, bro.
Teams every single day.
What do you think about James Harden and Embiid in the pick and roll? It looks really nice right now. Really nice.
It's good. Two cats, two guys that know how to play basketball. Baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Man, I'll tell you what, Mel. This first half's winding down. I'm going to get some food in my system, get a little working out. But I just wanted to go and talk some hoops and go over stuff. Some nights we'll broadcast games and we'll really be broadcasting games. So we'll take it wherever we feel like taking it at any given point. And once I get that software, we have these boys in the boxes, we'll really get going.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody, neighborhood picks, myself and Carmelo Ortiz, Coach Carmelo, will always be doing like live streams with basketball, talking hoops, talking the game, actual coaching stuff. So we'll be talking NBA, we'll be talking coaching our kids, everything to do with hoops. This is like my main man with that. So like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell so you know when we're coming. And that's about it, right, Mel?
Yeah, that's about it, man. Like I said, if anybody's out there that's got, any kind of comments, want to leave, this, that, or anything to do with basketball, man, I love to read.
Definitely drop your comments in the box, especially if you really want to talk hoops more in depth. Always leave your comments in the box on anything. So, guys, thank you right now. I'm about to hang up with Mel, but first, I'm hanging up with you. So like, subscribe, and I'll see you later. All right, Mel, I just signed off.